Hey everyone, ready for an epic speed thrill? Nick glides across, overtaking Torso, perfectly handling the challenge, realizing Joey's extraordinary qualities. He finally understands Bert's obsession with Joey. So, in those rare moments of free time, Nick excitedly picks up his pencil and captures Joey's graceful form on paper. Then he attaches a love letter to send to Bert, who is constantly worried about Joey. Soon, the troops receive a mission that can only be called Survival, War Edition, launching a surprise attack on the German camp in 3 days. On that day, Nick was hurt in war, unsure of survival or keeping his promise to Bert, like pinning Bert's dad's flag on Joey's saddle. Even if he dies, he hopes Joey returns to Bert. 3 days later, the cavalry corps sneaks into tall grass, awaiting the attack order. With the commander's shout of order, the soldiers charge forward without hesitation, like a herd of angered bulls. German soldiers were completely caught off guard, and by the time they sensed something was wrong, it was too late. German soldiers were stunned. Some fell like dominoes before reacting, cavalry's quick cuts decisive. However, this seemingly glorious victory was just a brief stroke of luck from fate. Seeing the enemy in disarray, the commander thought to keep pressing like a predator. He drove the enemy deep into woods filled with lurking danger, watching shadows like a suspense film. No blade could withstand ruthless bullets. Amid a barrage of bullets, the British cavalry found themselves instantly making a run for it, and Nick met an unfortunate end in this sudden nightmare. Only Joey survived with astonishing speed. In the hail of gunfire, he desperately ran for his life, fully wishing to return to Bert's side amidst the billowing smoke. Yet fate granted him no reprieve. Amidst war, he reunited with Toso, but Germans were robotically ruthless. The commander ordered all captured horses to be executed mercilessly. Fortunately, one kind-hearted soldier couldn't bear to see them die unjustly. He pleaded with the commander to spare the noble steeds, and eventually the commander agreed to the soldier's request. This gave Joey and Toso a glimmer of hope, but Toso stubbornly rejected the gear, standing there like a statue, unable to accept such a fate. Just when the soldier was in despair, Joey stepped up, as if he transcended everything, demonstrating to the soldier that the gear was harmless. Eventually, Toso put on the gear worry-free. The soldier watched in astonishment as Joey understood human thoughts a miracle. "We made it clear to you that this is merely a means of saving lives," whereas Joe's heart, at the same time, was profoundly occupied by concerns regarding his own destiny. He didn't know if Joey was alive. In that moment, Bert decided to enlist, search for Joey on the front, and fulfill their parting promise. In that moment, the front lines turned into hell, death looming, hope for survival scarce like a drop in the ocean. The soldier who saved Joey knew how to care for horses and stayed in the districts, far from the bloodshed and brutality of the front. Yet his younger brother, only 14, was sent to the front lines with no mercy. The brother swore to care for his younger mother, but now can only watch him go, silently praying for his safe return from the front. However, the brother couldn't bear the struggle and decided to search for his marching sibling with Joey and another warhorse, with a night as dark as ink. He stealthily followed the troops, kidnapping his brother from behind, and the two brothers ran wildly under the cover of night, as if countless demons were chasing them. They found an abandoned farm to hide in, dreaming of returning home and reuniting with their mother after the war, although they were still so young, and in wartime, deserters were seen as the gravest of sins, and the Germans soon tracked them down and surrounded them. The brother failed to keep his promise to their mother, and he and his brother were brought to the windmill. The windmill slowly turned in the night breeze, rumbling lowly, masking the brother's execution, the horses forgotten in the abandoned farm. The next morning, when the girl opened the stable door, she was delightfully surprised to find 2 splendid horses inside a gift from the heavens. The girl, joyful, raced out of the stable to share her discovery with her grandfather. Emily decided to care for the 2 horses herself. Although she had given them new names, Grandpa, out of safety concerns, calmly forbade Emily from wedding them. Since the girl's parents had already passed away, she could only rely on her aged grandfather. He would not allow her to take any more risks. Emily looked at her grandfather's weathered face, filled with complex emotions. She understood his worries and his frustrations. From that day on, Emily took great care of the two horses, starting to train them to jump over obstacles, dreaming of gallivanting together. To train Joe's new skills, Emily brought a ladder, getting ready to climb onto Joe's back. Just then, a commotion was heard in the distance, and German soldiers barged in, breaking the tranquility. Grandpa hurriedly told Emily and the horses to hide. The Germans looted like thieves, seizing everything portable, including Emily and her grandfather's jam and vegetables gone in an instant. Before leaving, the German commander was so smug, he spat out a cold, arrogant remark. After the soldiers left, the land was left in utter chaos. Emily was infuriated, blaming her grandfather's weakness. Her parents killed by Germans years ago. Now he chose silence facing another invasion. In her eyes, Grandpa's silence was a betrayal of bravery, compromising with hatred. She couldn't understand his retreat, but he said bravery has many forms. In battle, charging fearlessly is courageous, but my bravery resembles a messenger's darting through bullets without confronting the enemy. Because he knows that only by staying away from battle smoke can he deliver his messages. My courage is not for revenge, but for protection. I live to use my aging body to provide you with a safe sky. In that moment, the girl finally understood. In that tumultuous era, on Emily's birthday, Grandpa had prepared a truly meaningful gift for her. When Emily cautiously lifted the covering cloth, a wave of joy surged in her heart. It was the saddle she had always dreamed of. Grandfather, who never let her ride, finally fulfilled her wish. Emily rode Joey across the prairie, enjoying speed and freedom. However, as time ticked by, the granddaughter had yet to return home. In that instant, an ominous feeling arose. Her calls echoed in the empty fields, but got no. Just then, Joey seemed to sense danger, sprinting like a gust of wind towards the hillside. Grandpa hurriedly followed her, and when she finally reached the slope, out of breath, the scene that met her eyes instantly left her gasping in shock. "Please don't hurt her at all. We don't need them at all,"